having a hard time with everything. Like my relationship with God, I don't really know what to do once school is over, obviously, and I'm struggling to like find any place of stability because a lot of things could be very different in the next 5 weeks, and I don't know what that different is going to be, and I am just trying to be okay with it. I'm obviously very scared. I'm very frightened, but I'm not fearful. I just am like freaked out because I don't know what I'm going to do now. Like, I actually don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Hi, Grad Diaries. I abandoned you since that video. And I kind of feel like I am committing a treason crime by using this microphone because if you don't know, I have a podcast called The Miniature Mic Monologue, where I obviously use my miniature mic to speak. So I'm going to stop it. And then we can talk a little bit about what we just saw there. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I am Jiana. It's so nice to meet you. And I mean, like, virtually. But I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you decided to watch this video. And I just thought it would be appropriate to make this video now. Everything that version of me is describing is still very true and present in my life right now. I don't know a lot of things. I haven't known a lot of things about where my life is supposed to be going if I am positioning myself correctly to hear from God, to be in a place where he can move me, where he can reach me easily, you know what I'm saying? And I would say I've got a little more clarity on that front, but I haven't experienced a drastic change in situation, which is what that version of me was looking for so very intensely. And like, I think what I said is true. I was freaked out. I was frightened, but I wasn't fearful. And over these last couple of months, I have experienced a lot of opportunities to become full of fear and to question who I have been in the process of becoming this entire time in my life. And sometimes I took the bait and remembered that I could let go and come back out and like get from under the water because I wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place, which is so funny that I picked that analogy because my mom and I were talking about the story of Paul and just how the entire time he had the desire to go meet Jesus out on the water when they were out on the boat. The seas were raging. There was never a time that they weren't raging. There was never a time that what he was asking to do, what he was yearning to do, to go be next to his creator, didn't require him being in a set of tumultuous, unpredictable, and seemingly like lethal. Like, I don't know if lethal is the right word to use there, but like that sea should have ended his life in any situation where God wasn't present. But we were talking about that story and just how the fact that we seem to gloss over so often is that the circumstance, the seas were raging the whole time. And the only time he took notice of it was right before he was at the place that he had desired to be. Do with that what you will. It encouraged me, and I just wanted to get on here and say that, yeah, my circumstance is the exact same as the time that I recorded that video, but I'm not crying anymore, and it's great. Like, I really don't cry a lot, and sometimes that worries me, because I'm like, shouldn't I be crying more, you know, potentially? But, you know, I'm not, and I just wanted to share that with someone. Like, I talked to my mom about what I've been experiencing, because obviously she knows in greater depth what's been going on in my podcast, also knows in greater depth, but it's just been this one area of my life, the one area of finances that hasn't been stable, yet everything else in my life is. Or I guess there has been a lack of finances, but not a lack in my life. And so I think just that coming off of making that switch from being a full-time student athlete to basically full-time doing nothing is dizzying in and of itself. But I wasn't so much caught off by that. I was more so put in disarray by the fact that, like, and this is just how I explained it to my mom, that because of my financial situation, it seems like something should have gone wrong. Something should have popped up. It was like I was anticipating it and then it never popped up. And then I didn't stop to realize that I had and have continued to have the opportunity to do everything that I really wanted to do after I finished playing volleyball, which is do nothing, because that is the primary thing I wanted to be able to do, and eat and hang out with my friends and go to the beach and pick up a new hobby, like read, and really get in a space where I can process what I've done for the last 5 years as a person, what I've experienced. And I just didn't anticipate it coming in this fashion, even though I always anticipated it coming. I'm just not crying about it anymore. I'm not freaked out. I'm not stressed out about it. And I am so grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. But I know the stability of my situation is more presence of God than I will ever be able to articulate. But it's also a choice. And my mom and I also talked about that, just how we didn't realize we were both choosing to be stressed out. It's a thought pattern. It always starts with a thought. And because it happens so often, stressors are so present in our everyday life, and especially one that comes after a huge life change, being that a huge life change is a stressor in and of itself, even if the process isn't overly complicated or complicated at all for that matter. So, yeah, like not choosing stress has allowed me to just be in the same space and not be deterred from the place that I've been walking in this entire time in my relationship with the Lord. And I wanted to come on here and tell someone that, you know, it's just how it goes. I don't know what else to say. I don't have that much else to say. I'm not crying anymore. I'm very thankful. I was just trying to say with the stress thing that, like, also, yes, God can provide for you. Yes, all that stuff. Yes, he does, because he is sovereign. He is matchless. He is righteous. He is Father. He is omnipotent. He is omnipresent. He is Lord over all things in my life. I acknowledge it. And even if I didn't acknowledge it, he would be Lord over all things. I'm looking at you. Anyways. No shade. But you still have to choose. That is what I'm saying. Like, if I didn't choose to acknowledge that the Lord was Lord over everything, he would still be Lord over everything. So if I don't choose to walk in the peace that the Lord has given me, that he's promised me, he would lay me on green pastures, like it says in Psalms 23:6, I'm not going to have the peace, even though he gives it to me. So that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I love you so much. God loves you more. I'm going to go back to reading, watching YouTube, doing nothing, and edit this video and get it up for you guys tomorrow, because I love doing that. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye. Also, shout out, mommy. Love you.